Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Ryan Saplin here, and today we're going to talk about making money online or making money in any business for that matter. I'm going to talk about it to maybe help you if that's something you're interested in. Maybe if you've ever thought about starting your own business. I want to do this because it just helps me sink into my head the thing that I want to build. I'm already part of this process for multiple businesses, and believe it or not, you probably are too. You're part of the system that that makes money for people, but also a part of what a business does is add value. But before I get into that, I want to say a really nice thank you to the anonymous hiker, Felipe, me, and then Thomas Ferguson for your comments on my video on lighting. So thank you. I put a piece of paper up here so that way it comes out a little bit better. So anyways, let's go ahead. I'm going to hit screen record here on my iPad Pro, and we'll see if this works out on my overlay. I don't know if I'm going to have this just play over on the video or I'm going to have it play to the side. I have no idea how this is going to work. But so first, we start off with a product. That's the first thing. Okay. We start off with a product, and the product is an iPhone. Okay. It could be an iMac. Doesn't matter. The point is, this is the product. All right. And then someone buys the product, right? And then when you buy the iPhone, right, you become part of a system where people can purchase other things from you, like apps, right? Or in the case of like you buy from Verizon or a cell phone provider, you got like Verizon, right? And then essentially you become a customer. And then what happens is you become part of this customer list, right? Or this group of customers that have bought an iPhone, that have bought cell phone service. And what happens is Apple, the company, can sell you other products like apps. Verizon can sell you more cell phone service. And that's basically it. I know that sounds pretty rudimentary, but let's take a little bit, I don't know, more of something publishing, because that's kind of the route I'm going to go in. It's either selling a supplement or selling a book, right? Or a program of some kind, right? So in this case, you have a book. Let's just say, hypothetically, if I were to create like a online course for making money starting your own business, right? So you have your own ebook, right? And the thing is, when you make your own ebook, right, it's not just you're selling an ebook for $99 or $27 or $31. What you're doing is you are selling a product, right? Could be anything, could be water bottles for all that matters, doesn't matter. But the point is, you're selling them something, and what happens is that person has voted, right? They voted with their dollars. This is a customer. This is tons of value. And the concept I want to bring here is that someone who buys an iPhone is a different person than someone who buys an Android. There's someone that's different than someone who buys a flip phone, because they are different types of people that want different types of things. So, or better yet, let's use cars. If you're the type of person that likes to you say you buy a Lamborghini, right? Just as an example, you buy a Lamborghini, you're part of a class of people that like Lamborghinis, of course, but you also spend a significant amount of money on car stuff. If you buy a car for $300,000, $500,000 or $1 million, the stuff you buy for the car is humongously. You're going to probably buy a $5,000, $20,000 audio system. Just the design of just kind of what works. Whereas if you buy a Toyota, or I have a Toyota Prius, you're not going to put a $20,000 audio system in there, or unlikely, right? It's just not going to happen. So you become part of this caliber of person. It doesn't make you necessarily better, but it does make you more valuable, because not a lot of people buy Lamborghinis, and not a lot of people spend that much money on a car. So looking back at the screen here, they buy a book or a program for $99, $27, $31, whatever, right? Sorry, my art here is terrible. The next thing is they're going to be placed on a list. All right, they're going to be part of a group of customers, right? So now you have a customer list. Let's just say you sell 10,000 of these, or 1,000 of these. You have or 100 of these, or even 10, right? You have 10 customers that have bought this book to make money online, or make money on start a business. So now you have a profile, this list of people that you can remarket stuff that this customer list will like. So you can actually keep selling them stuff. So typically, like for example, my channel started off as how do you call it? As pretty much powerlifting fitness stuff, right? Mostly powerlifting. So if I put a if I put a deadlift, specifically deadlift video, because that's kind of one of the things that why people watch my channel at first. They'll watch DVD, deadlift, not DVD, but if they see a deadlift video or a deadlift thumbnail, or if they see a like a bench press or some sort of fitness related stretching mobility, that video will get a significant amount more views than say this video here, because the people who subscribe to the majority of people who subscribe to my channel do not subscribe for this kind of content. And I bring this up because the people you're trying to sell, or the people you're trying to really service and sell and provide service to, what you're doing is you want to provide them with the same and similar content. Someone who I basically one of the guys that channels that sort of motivated me to do YouTube videos was Jason Blaha. And one of the reasons why, I'll be totally honest, I was a little bit younger and more naive and more arrogant. It's like, man, if this guy can do it, I can fucking do it, right? That's sort of how my approach to it, right? And Jason Blaha is annoying, or was annoying, but I know his reason. He's a controversial figure. He's sort of like this, almost like the BuzzFeed of, or I don't know if I say BuzzFeed of fitness, but he's sort of like that kind of a person, you know? He's almost in that same category as Elgin Intensity, if you know him, with parody videos. They like to stir up the pot, and people get mad, and people like watching it, you know? Whether you love them or hate them, you get really annoyed. But the point is you become this type of person that wants this certain kind of content. Or in this case, using the business as an example, let me just erase all this here. So you become part of this machine, or you're building this machine. And a lot of the time, what you don't see for a big company like Apple or a gym even, is they acquire customers at a loss. You know, the most competitive industries acquire customers at a loss. You know, they'll pay lots of money on advertising just to get the customer in the door and sell them, and then make their money on the back end, which is selling them, like in the case of iPhones. For a while, if you bought an iPhone, you would get like a big discount, and Verizon would pay a discount. They don't do that anymore. So Verizon used to take a loss. Now they probably don't take as much of a loss. The cell phone company would take a loss, and they would get you as a customer by paying for the phone or a portion of the phone for you, or give you the phone for free. And they will make money on servicing you add-ons, selling accessories, that kind of thing. And then after a certain amount of months, they break even. And the fact is, some of the customers are going to lose you money, and some of the customers are going to make you money. And that's the whole process of building a business. And a lot of people don't necessarily want to go through that process. But I'm telling you this because part of me teaching it really helps me understand what it is that I want to build. And going back to my iPad here, because I have it right here in front of me, the idea of I like to use a gym because I've worked in gyms for years, you know. And the thing about a gym is the way they function is they buy, what do they buy? They buy a membership, right? They buy a membership. And a membership, a different color here. A membership is basically, monthly dues, right? But sometimes these days, because the gym membership industry is so competitive, they'll basically take a loss on the monthly dues. So if all you did was pay dues at a gym, they're losing money, because they need you to spend more money for them to make a profit. Maybe it's $37 a month. Like a UFC gym, they have like $89 or $99 a month membership where you can do ultimate classes in martial arts, and it's like $100 or whatever. So the idea here is you got these members, you get them as a member, right? The next step, okay, is being able to buy personal training, right? That puts you, or group training, that puts you in a different caliber of customer. And when you become a different caliber customer, you're going to spend more money. These are the customers you want in the gym. You want the people who buy personal training. They want more service. They want to spend more money. They also get you into, and then of course you'll buy, maybe you go to the store and you buy supplements, right? And then you buy clothes, right? Apparel. And then you may buy food, right? They may have food like a juice bar or something, right? So they have these things, right, that make them that make the customer essentially spend more money. And then they refer, friends and family and stuff like that. But the point is that the membership is almost at a loss most of the time. They're going to make their money on personal training. Actually, the thing is that in a really good business, things tie together in a web that just really well connected. Because the reason why personal training is so important is that it essentially, when a member becomes a member, they buy membership, they're spending money on dues, right? Happier customers spend more money on stuff inside the gym. When they have personal training, they get a higher level of service, they get results, or they don't get results, but they work out, they get, maybe not weight loss results, but they feel better and they're doing stuff for their health. And what happens is I'm losing my train of thought. They stay a member longer, and they stay a member longer. They're going to spend more money in the gym. And that's the process. What a lot of gym owners don't know is that personal training or some sort of, in-person service like fitness instructors really make a huge difference in allowing a gym to make a lot of money, to be profitable. Because when you have more money, you can pay for better employees. You can, pay people more money. You can buy upgraded equipment. But also, it's also, transfer of money is sort of a way that sort of votes you as someone that provides value to the customer, because that's why customers spend money. And a lot of the time, really what you want is, in a perfect world, you'll have, half your membership base on personal training. Because if that's the case, not only will you have a crap load of revenue on personal training, because personal training itself is not necessarily that profitable, because after you pay for non-session hours and you pay for insurance, the profit is marginal. What's really powerful is that the results it provides for the longevity of the member. And that's sort of like what is it? Who am I thinking of? Okay, iPhone. Okay, iPhone, right? You're going to buy something that essentially allows you to enjoy the product more and enjoy the ecosystem better, or in this case, buying an app, that has a subscription service, right? Like for me, something that I use Evernote. I've been paying for Evernote for years. I didn't pay for Evernote before, but now I do. It's part of using the iPhone. Doesn't have to be on the iPhone, but I use it on the iPhone. Another app that I use is it's called Aptiv. It's a workout app that basically is like a running coach or a workout coach. It's like $10 a month. Why would I spend $10 a month? Because it gets me to exercise. It forces me to do cardio at least. Basically, if I use the app twice a month, it is totally worth $10 a month to me. You know what I mean? Anyways, so it allows me to enjoy more of an experience with the phone. Allows me to stay a customer longer, so that I buy the next phone. So it's kind of like this whole process. You want everything to be synergistically connected. And again. I'm telling you, if you're watching this far, I'm telling you right now, this is why I love training so much, because working out is the same way. If you're training for powerlifting or you're training to do a deadlift, right? You're trying to get a big deadlift, but everyone knows you can't keep just doing deadlifts every day. You have to do stuff that allow, for your body to recover from deadlift, but doing exercises that help those muscles, those accessory movements. And some of the stuff, like, for example, working your core and working your hamstrings, working on hip mobility, working on glute activation strength, lockout strength, bottom strength. Those you do movements and exercises that complement the thing that you're trying to accomplish. Or in the case of a business, you're trying to the goal of a customer is really trying to essentially provide the best amount of value, basically ultimate results. Ultimate results is them coming to the gym, them losing weight, getting in shape, really being excited about their health and fitness, right? That's what you're trying to do for the customer, right? But you do everything you can to get this person to get services, buying supplements, wearing clothes that motivate them, to do stuff so that they can accomplish their goal, right? And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get that customer to invest in themselves. I'm trying to provide value for them so that way they continue to spend money, they stay a customer longer, so that they buy more training, they buy more they just buy more stuff, and specifically not just they buy stuff with your company or with your business or within your ecosystem. And this is what another thing you need to know is that good employees are worth a ton of money. Like a good CEO, a good manager, a good trainer, a good front desk person, people are worth a ton of money. I mean, even though sometimes you think, depending on what your viewpoint is or where you're at in your business or what you're thinking of, paying someone $100,000 a year or $50,000 a year is a lot of, it can be a lot of money in the business, but that person will be making you a significant amount more money. Sales is easier because their income is directly tied to their income. But service, I mean, you got to remember, like, it's a machine that you're building. You're trying to build a basically get people results, right? And to do that, you need all these people. So, God, I feel like I clearly was able to tell you my passion about business and talk to you about kind of how all this works, but I really feel like there's like nothing actionable. Which kind of sucks. But I kind of want to get more detailed. If you watch this far and you want me to continue this discussion, I'll make another video about it. I'm just because when I'm talking to you and I'm sort of explaining a business or explaining this idea, I'm also thinking about what it is that I want to do, in the business that I want to build. And that's what you want. You're trying to help people. You're trying to get people to basically spend money with you because you do such a great job at it, or your business, the people that you have in your business does such a great job at it. So anyways, thanks for watching. This is Ryan signing off. I'll see you later.